to all the future Tesla owners, if you're on the fence about buying a Tesla or just an EV, I'm going to just straight up tell you, get a Tesla. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man, Jay. So today we're going to be talking about Tesla. Once again, I know this is strange coming from me, all the bad things I said about getting an EV and all those things, but I got to tell you, folks, I've been extremely impressed with that Tesla. In fact, so impressed, in 1 month, I did 1,600 miles. That's a record for me. I've never done that many miles in 1 month on a vehicle. But I'm excited about that car because I just plug up at home. I think the lowest I've run it down was 10%, and that was yesterday. But I did go to a supercharger, and from 10% to 100%, it took 35 minutes. That is really impressive. It was going at about 740 miles an hour for the initial charge. And as you charge, it tapers off. But we'll talk about charging and battery and all that kind of stuff. But first, let's talk about the price drop once again. Tesla has just, I think they're trying to take over. By the way, you can also order, you can go ahead and order your Cybertruck if you're thinking about doing that. Hit the link down below, get those free points or whatever you get from referring people to Tesla. Shout out to the people that actually use my link already. But thanks to everybody for supporting the channel, more importantly. But if you want to buy a Tesla, my link's down below. We both get some credits or something like that. You actually get money. I've learned that Tesla changes this every 3 months now. Or every 30 days to 60 days, I think the guy told me. But now they're offering 3 months of self-driving, full self-driving for free for trial for 3 months when you buy the car, and $500 off up to $1,000 off depending on which car you're buying. So bear that in mind when you decide to buy a Tesla. We both get some credits. I get credits and you get money off and things like that. So Tesla has dropped the price of their vehicles once again, and I think this is impressive. Now, remember, I want to talk about a few things because there's a lot of people in the comment section that, feel some type of way. People, it's always going to be this way, so I like to get those people out of the way first. There were people talking about the tax credit, how, you're misleading people by telling people that you got the car for this price. Well, I'm not misleading people. I owe taxes, like most people. So I'm not a tax expert, and I never claim to be. I never claim to be a professional car salesman. I'm just some guy on the internet showing you things that I purchased and the prices that I got them for. Now, my car actually did cost $38,000. There were some people disputing this, believe it or not. And you can see the car that I bought in the inventory section of Tesla. I bought a brand new Tesla from the inventory section. I did not go in and build it to spec. They had one the way I wanted it. So it's more affordable because Tesla discounts their inventory. And that, my friend, checkmate, is how I got my car for $38,000 actually. Out the door, it was $40,447. There it is. So that is the price that I pay up front. But gas savings, which I don't pay gas anymore on that vehicle, the savings that you see Tesla doing is over a 5-year period, and you get the savings. That's not something that's made up. You actually get the savings. Talk to all the people who have had their car for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They'll tell you, man, it's been no maintenance. So all that money goes back to me. So yeah, that's the other money that comes off the price of the car. Now, the most important part is the tax savings, that's $7,500. A lot of people don't qualify for that if they don't pay taxes. You have to owe taxes in order to get the $7,500 credit. That's not something I feel like I had to point out, but there's always some kind of negative energy that is pushed towards things, and you just have to deal with it. That's just how it is. But I'm going to address it like this for you, since for some people might not have known. Yes, you have to owe taxes in order to get that $7,500 credit. So everybody that's doesn't pay taxes, well, you don't get the tax credit. But you still got the car at a great price if you got it for $38,000, and you still get the fuel savings. So yeah, the final numbers of my car will be about $25,000. That's just what it is over the tax savings and the gas that I saved. I have to say accelerator now. There's no gas pedal. There's an accelerator. Because I used to make fun of the car saying a big giant battery. I'm eating my words. I'm a humble man too. I have no problem coming back telling you, hey, apologize or whatever. This car is amazing. And keep in mind, I bought the base or lowest trim, the most affordable one I could get. And now that most affordable one is actually on sale again. You can actually get these cars. Go to the inventory section, click on the link. Use my link, by the way, because there are a lot of Tesla owners out there that are on the fence, and you're talking to somebody who was, man, you should have heard my wife. She was like, I don't want no EV. That. Now she is in love with that car. Trust me when I tell you that. She loves that thing. I was like that too. I was like, but I was telling you guys that. She was telling me that. And I'm telling you, totally against EVs as far as the range went. Now I realize I don't drive 250 miles to 270 miles per day. So it works. And I've taken it on a trip, a longer road trip of like over an hour, 3 times already, and I didn't have any kind of range anxiety. But nonetheless, hit the link and go to the inventory section, and you will find these same cars that you're building there more than likely, and they're $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 off. That is how I got my Tesla for $38,000 before taxes, and $40,000. I'm gonna reiterate again, $40,447 after taxes, out the door. So Tesla is probably going to be in the news a lot. Not only are they dropping the prices of their vehicles, the vehicles from a person who was, again, totally against it, I gotta admit, man, all the buttons and things that I thought I needed, because true story, on my car channel, I talked about how I didn't like the Mercedes-Benz. So if you don't know, hit my car channel. Sometimes I'll post these videos about Tesla on the both channels. But because the tech side of things over here on this tech channel and the car side on the car channel, you get it. But I actually was going to pick up a Mercedes, I think it was a C300, their newer ones, the 23. It's a whole bunch of tech in there. It's got a lot of cool tech. And one of the main reasons I didn't get it is because it didn't have enough buttons. And the one button that I felt like was essential, now you're going to think I'm crazy, but it didn't have a button for volume control in this car. This is their big mid-size, it was kind of a full-size sedan. And it had some of the craziest tech. It was crazy. All this tech in there, and they didn't have a button for the volume control. Now, to me, that is trouble, because if I'm trying to adjust the volume in the car while I'm driving, it's just going to be a headache if I crash for something stupid like that. Oh, so what were you doing? I was trying to turn the radio down. It's a dumb reason to have an accident. So in the Tesla, you at least have 2 physical buttons, one to control the car with voice and other things, mirrors, whatever, and the other one, you can control the radio with it. Now that sounds crazy, but that Mercedes was also $57,000. One of them was $57,000. The other one that I actually was looking at was $60,000. So to not have a button for volume control, that's kind of silly. But I realized driving this Tesla that I don't need all the little things I thought I need. Now, there are some annoyances with the Tesla as far as changing the air conditioning sometimes. That's a little annoying sometimes, but I just leave it on auto now, I guess, at this point. I turn it off of auto, and this is the reason it becomes annoying. Because I turn it off of auto because I have ceramic tint now, so it's really cool in there, but when I first crank the car up, or not crank it up, I guess, get in it, I guess, or if I cool it off before I get in, it's on auto and it's full blast and it's kind of cold in there right away. So I turn it off auto, and I can put it all the way down to like 1 while I'm driving. The ceramic tint is definitely worth it. It really keeps the heat out. But that's kind of an annoyance to me, changing the air conditioning with sliding it around. But it's not that bad to where it's a strike against the car. I'll agree to that. But you can get this same car that I got for $37,000 now. And if you want the color I got, that one, I think I haven't seen too many in the inventory that are different price. It's still $38,000, but it's like $300 to $400, maybe $500 less. I think Tesla is going to continue to drop the price on these cars, because why not? Because you're getting an EV for the convenience of not having to fuel up. At least that's the reason I would get an EV. No more gas, no more oil changes, no more transmission fluid, all these different things that come with buying an ICE vehicle. You get rid of that with a Tesla or an EV. I'll be fair and say an EV. But most of the EVs that I looked at, they couldn't compete. And Tesla right now, I know I sound like an advocate for Tesla. Again, I have to refer back to all the things I said that I didn't like about having an EV. But when you get one, man, you to all the Tesla owners out there, to all the future Tesla owners, if you're on the fence about buying a Tesla or just an EV, I'm gonna just straight up tell you, get a Tesla. And if you're really on the fence and you don't really care about having the fastest Tesla, get a rear wheel Model 3, or get a long range if you want more range. Don't go to the performance and all that. Just get one to get you in the door. I gotta tell you, if you don't drive more than 250 miles a day, even if you do, you can just supercharge. But you can pull over and charge or whatever you decide to do. Because there are chargers out there that are not superchargers, but everybody supercharges. You know, the Tesla charging network is phenomenal, I gotta admit. But if you're on the fence about buying a Tesla, just do it. Or just an EV, get a Tesla. And go for the base trim like I did. Because what's happening with me is I'm going to be a return Tesla buyer. I can already see it. As soon as I got this car, I was telling my wife, I said, you know what? I think I could get the performance version of this, or I can get the Performance Y, or I can even get a Plaid. Because, man, this is incredible. At this level, I can imagine how amazing it is at this level. It's even more amazing at the higher level. And, you know, Tesla loaned me a Model S when I went, and it was the new ultra red color. And when I went to, I had to get an alignment or something. Like when you first buy your car, there's some service things you can check off. You submit a service request for it, and you know they fix it for you because the car's under warranty anyway. And my alignment was it was 4 degrees off. And they gave me a Model S, and I can't remember if I put it on this channel or not. But if I didn't put it on this channel, you can just let me know in the comments if you want to see that video, and I will put it up. I can actually check right now because I think I put that on my car channel. I didn't want to bombard you guys with too much Tesla stuff over here. But you know, I've really been enjoying this Tesla, and it's just been a phenomenal run. I'm checking to see. So the last video I've recorded for this channel was my new Corvette. If you haven't, I did put it over here. I put it over here. Yeah, so check that video out if you haven't already done so. That Model S was ridiculous, man. So if you're on the fence about buying a Tesla or just an EV, I recommend Tesla at this point. And one of the main reasons I went with Tesla because of their charging network. I'm Chevy, pro Chevy all day, pro GM, I should say. And I really had the Bolt EUV on my list. But like you, unfortunately, I clicked on some YouTube videos and also there's charging networks all around me. And it just seems like the non-Tesla charging network is just not ready. And believe it or not, they're actually making deals. Other companies have made deals with Tesla to use their chargers. It's a bigger network, and it just seems unorganized with the other charging network because a lot of the chargers don't work. A whole bunch of different things I've seen, and it's just a mess. You got to hold your phone up there. You got to put your card in, all that kind of stuff. You do not do that with Tesla. You walk up, it recognizes you're a car in your account, and if you have a card on file, well, you got to have a card on file. You just go. That is the beauty of the Tesla charging network. So, and more importantly, upgrade your house like I did to level 2 charging, and you can charge from 5-10% to 100% if your car's an LFP battery in 7.5 hours. That's phenomenal for home charging. And then I have more than one charger, so I can charge on one side of the garage and charge the other one on the other side of the garage. So it's a must, man. I really hope that you guys take my words into consideration. I tell you no lies, because I'm that guy who really didn't have anything good to say about EVs. And now that I have one, kind of eating those words. But it's your man Jay. We're going to have some coffee now. I got to show you my new car mats too that I got for the Tesla. And I got some new sunshades coming too. We'll check all that stuff out. But for now, if you're ready to buy a Tesla, hit that link down below. Hope you enjoy the video. Let's have some coffee. Have a great day. Take care.